Welcome back to All About Anything. In a little town where days passed slowly and gently lived a clock. It wasn't the fastest nor the most modern, but its story, tick by imperfect tick, held a lesson worth hearing. This is the Forgetful Clock, because in the race between perfection and persistence, consistency always wins. In the corner of a cozy village shop, above rows of books and buttons, stood an old wooden clock. Its face was round and honest, its hands brass and worn. But there was a problem. Sometimes it just stopped. No warning, no pattern. 1 hour, it ticked along. The next, it simply forgot. Villagers often joked. Customer, guess I'll just ask the sky for the time. That clock's dreaming again. But the shopkeeper never removed it. Instead, she gently wound it each morning. Shopkeeper, softly. You may forget, but you always come back. The clock began to feel ashamed. Every time someone laughed at it, the clock's tick grew quieter. Clock, thinking, I'm old, unreliable, useless. It would stare at the sleek new digital clock across the room, flawless, precise, glowing with confidence. Clock, sadly, why do they keep me here? But what it couldn't see was who it still helped. The baker across the street listened for its morning tick before starting the dough. Children giggled when it chimed at noon. Playtime. The shopkeeper never looked at the clock for perfect time, but for rhythm, for presence. Shopkeeper, smiling. You remind me to slow down. You're not late. You're just living. The clock didn't always tick, but when it did, it mattered. Then, one night, a great storm rolled over the hills. Lightning flashed, power blinked out, screens went black, phones died. The town was silent until tick, tick, a sound in the dark. The forgetful clock, still ticking, its soft rhythm guided the shopkeeper to the candles. The mayor used it to count emergency calls. Children huddled near it, comforted by its familiar, imperfect chime. In the storm, it became the town's heartbeat. Morning returned, and so did the light. People visited the shop, not for buttons, not for books, but to look at the clock. Mayor, it kept time when nothing else did. Baker, it reminded me when to rise. Child, it sounds like home. The clock ticked on, quietly overwhelmed. Clock, quietly. I may forget, but I never give up. Sometimes we mess up. We stop. We fall behind. We think we're not enough because we're not perfect. But even imperfect hearts have power when they don't quit. Just like the forgetful clock. You may stumble, but if you keep ticking, you matter. Thank you for listening to the Forgetful Clock. If this story warmed your heart, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And remember, keep going. Even when you forget,